Yo, you already know what it is. You are listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
And it's your girl Imani.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing smooth. For the people that are listening right now, Rich is not with us for this episode. He'll be back in a little bit. But for this episode, you got me and Imani. Jake's with us in the studio. Cat's on the outside. Last week, it was Rich and I kind of giving our usual vibe. You can listen to myself and Imani to see what our vibe is like and see what our chemistry is like through conversation. You feel me? Because it's one thing when the three of us are here, but then when you break it down into the little bits, the conversations can just go so differently because, you know, there's more room for other people's opinions to breathe. And then, you know, organically the conversation can just go somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, but Imani, catch me up. You weren't here last week.
I was not here last week. We did a schedule change, and you know, y'all know school come first. Your girl is swimming in schoolwork. We fighting, but you know, took a couple tests last week, waiting on the results, so we'll see what happens. Also, if for those who saw my IG story, y'all saw your girl, you know, living her best life, being okay, eyes doing fine, lashes on point. And this morning, we woke up with a reddish, swollen ass eye for no reason. Do we have COVID? We're gonna say no. Okay, but
I was just gonna let that slide for the show.
Yeah, we're gonna say no.
Okay,
but,
full transparency.
Whatchamacallit, for my eyes, you know, to be continued. We'll see what the results is. Yeah, but I'm okay. Devin, how about you? How was your week?
Let's see. My week. Yo, I'm just so busy. Shit's stressful, to be honest. Finding difficulty trying to keep everything in balance with my school life, fucking work, the podcast. I feel like I can't give the correct amount of attention to everything, you know, the way I want to, at least. I feel like if I'm giving attention to one area, I'm losing focus and not giving enough attention to another area. Like I can't find that perfect balance. So right now, you know, it's kind of fucking me up. It's giving me a couple uppercuts to the gut. Shit, I've been kind of behind on some of the schoolwork that I need to get done. So for that, actually not going to be here next week or the following week for the people listening, just because I'm going to need some time to get my shit together to, you know, handle all my shit. Y'all know how it is. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Also got to find the correct time to actually work because I'm a grown-ass adult and these bills ain't going to wait. So I have to find the right time for me to actually work and go to school, you know? When you were younger, you could find more time to do everything. But like now, there's not that much time. So you got to figure it out. So that's where I'm at right now. But we're smooth. I'm keeping my head above water and keeping my faith and hopes high. So that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, I'm happy for you. Okay. I hope everything goes well.
What just hit you? No, something hit you.
I forgot to tell everybody that even though I'm so happy, I'm living on my own and, you know, I'm relishing in that experience, the place in which I'm living at, because I'm crossing my fingers, people from BSU are watching this and listening to this. If you live at Dwell 85, figure your shit out. Stop throwing up in the damn staircases. And to whatever, I don't even know what happened this past week, and I think everyone kind of just lost their shit. I've never seen that many kids outside since I went to parties in high school. So that was
like college kids or actual kids?
Both, because I'm concerned and I'm very much so convinced that I have 18-year-olds living in my building. I'm convinced because some of them are, you could tell just face value, kid, 1. 2, you could tell height level, just appearance level. It just looked like a kid. It was just a whole bunch of kids like just outside, and I was like, go home. Like, the cops are gonna stay here until y'all go home. But they were just stubborn. These kids was bold. Talking about, oh, the cop's not going to do nothing to me. I said, oh, my God. Okay.
That was us in high school, though.
Nah, they were bold. They were like, hey, yo, now, shorty, you want to fuck? I said, what?
Oh, to you?
No, thankfully. To whatever little girls they had with them in the group. I said, who the fuck are you? First off, you're throwing your life away, talking crazy at a cop, and then you gonna ask some shorty if she want to fuck afterwards.
Oh, the female cop?
No.
Okay, my bad. I was whoa. That's crazy. Yeah, these kids are bold nowadays. They don't give a fuck about much.
They don't give two shits, man.
Yeah, they don't. Is it like active? Is the scene active over there now?
Weekends is active.
Damn, people are really outside like that? I didn't even think that many people were back on campus, but...
Same. Until this past Saturday. I said, oh, so everyone's outside. Everyone's outside.
Does it look good at least?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, does the scene look good?
I mean, for them, if I was 18, I'm having a good time.
Is it like a nice mix of color in the crowd? Nah. Damn.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
BSU lost their spark then. Yeah, that's sad as hell. Oh, well. Sucks.
It is what it is.
I did what I had to do in my time there. And I got the fuck out. But yeah, we back. Let's see, some things to catch up on. We left the episode last week at a topic that I said needed Imani's participation. Unfortunately, Rich is not here to have that conversation with us, but I'm sure after we have the conversation now, he'll tap back in once he joins up and be like, yo, this is what you guys didn't say about this shit. So, yeah, now that Imani's back, let's go ahead and reintroduce the topic. So, Imani.
Yes. Hello.
Now that you're actually here next to me. All right, so me and Darnell started the conversation last week, and the conversation was, why do black men get shunned for dating white women? He gave his opinion. His opinion was that, Rich's opinion, his opinion was that he believes that it happens because people feel like they're deserting their culture or abandoning their culture, not really keeping it in the family, or like tarnishing your legacy or putting a stain on it, kind of in those words. That's how he felt like, and for that he believed that's why black men were getting shunned for dating white women. I said that we couldn't have the conversation without you here, obviously, because your voice in this conversation matters a lot and kind of reigns over most of us, obviously. So now that you're here, I just want to go ahead and have that conversation with you and have you lead it. And I'll kind of just ad-lib in the background. You feel me?
Alrighty.
But yeah, I want to go ahead and just ask you, why do black men get shunned for dating white women?
Okay. Well, first things first, it is unfortunate that Rich isn't here because I've had this conversation with him. Not really in the sense where I shunned him for dating white women, but more so it was just out of curiosity because me and Rich kind of to an extent live the same type of lives. So, but I still I still have my questions here and there, and I still talk to certain, dudes who are white, but I never went to the full extent of being in relationships or going further than that. And he was just doing it left and right. And I was just like, you're a good looking dude. You got what going from yourself. Why are you just why are you centering your preference around this one little thing? And his explanation, from what I remember, like most people that I've spoken to about this, is that it's the environment they were brought up in. So if they grew up just being around white people or whatever race, their whole lives, they're one way or another gonna start looking at those people when it comes to romantic relationships. And once he said that, I understood what he meant. Another reason why I had this conversation with him is because I have heard some black men, use the excuse or generalize a statement that all black women, I'm not going to date them because they're X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that could be a big reason why, black men get shunned for that, because unfortunately, black women, and I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again, are, the most underrated female on this planet. You see a lot of our culture being copycatted onto, other women, and other different races, and it gets glorified. And then when it comes to a black woman, it doesn't really get glorified to that extent. I feel like now, because a lot of black women are gaining confidence of who they are as people, that certain things are getting more glorified. And that's why I feel like things are being okay the way they are. But with that being said, even though there may be reasons for why a person are doing it or are shunning another person for dating outside of their race, is it right? No. But do I understand it? Yes. I come from, a side of family that is just strictly, interracial relationships. I mean, we literally got every damn race up in my family, and we all look beautiful. It's just great. So when I see people do it, I don't like it. I don't feel like it's right. At this point, it could be dumbed down to like just historical reasons, like just having one side stick with that one side and not really branch out and just be interlocked with each other. I feel like when we do these things, it brings us back to the old days where it's like, okay, we're here and you're here, and there's no connection and there's no inner community between races. Went on a little rant there, but I don't believe it's morally right for a person to shun somebody else for dating outside of their culture. But given the history, especially between whites and blacks, I can understand why a person or a black person or a black male or female, whichever the case may be, would want to do that to somebody else, because there is a lot of underlining like issues when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, now I've heard most of what you said already from many other women, so I definitely understand that perspective. When I see examples of it just in everyday life, like I can maybe famous celebrities who go through it. Like I said, I mentioned RG3 last week. Somebody else that has gone through it was like Patrick Mahomes recently. Mm-hmm. And just it's an everyday thing. I can just go on and list people. But how I see it, I understand when people say that sometimes people do it because people do it, and while they're doing it, put black women down, mm-hmm. or this whole comparison thing where mm-hmm. they can't just say, oh, I prefer this person, because they always do it at the demise of black women. So I definitely get that perspective as well, and I hear that. But then I'm thinking like, okay, but it's not fair to generalize that to everyone then. Like, yeah, that happens, but that doesn't mean every person like does that. You feel me? It's like, oh, some people might just say, yeah, this is my preference, and not throw any type of shade at all afterwards. But still, it's like, oh, they'll go on and be with this person, and they'll still hear some type of shit in the background just because of the reality that they're living in. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry that happens, and it sucks, but it's just a generalization people make. Mm-hmm. And that's what I feel like. Like, for example, you were mentioning Rich earlier, and I won't say too much for him because he's not really here to speak for himself. But I'm just like, yo, bro, like, be with whoever. Fuck what like other people say. Just be with whoever. But when I hear just that kind of lurking in the background, like, oh, this is the only type that you fuck with, or blah, 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 I'm just like, nah, now I feel like it's not that. I feel like that's just the only thing you're paying attention to. You feel me? Like, I feel like if it was dating somebody else, you wouldn't really pay attention. But it's like this one specific type of person, you'll notice that. You feel me? And then continue like to drag and take shots on that. And I'm just like, you don't have to generalize it to everybody. If the person is doing it and he's being hurtful while doing it, then yeah, give him all the shit in the world, because at that point he's just being an asshole about it. But to generalize it to everybody who decides to do that shit is unfair, in my opinion. And that's kind of my response to that. Everything that you say, I definitely understand, and there's truth in all of that as well. But it just sucks, you know, being the person who might not do all the bad shit that you said that people have done, and they're just like, I don't know, a regular person. But nah, it's like because of what everything is systematically rooted in. It's just like, nah, bro, you doing that, it's an L for you no matter what. No matter what. That's just what sucks about it.
No, yeah, I think it's just one of world's many flaws, you know. I feel like it does even, I feel like it happens either or. Like I've had, when I was in my phase, well, it's not a phase because I don't have no preference, but when I was in my,
said it with a smile.
When I was in my phase, no, because I was really in my phase. I used to post, I remember I used to post whatever crush I wanted, like, or not wanted, but whatever crush I had, like I used to post them. And I remember people being like, why are you posting him? I'm like, because he's hot. What
people
do you mean?
Still
I'm
do
like,
that. Even at our age, people still
that's
do
what I'm
it.
saying. They're like, why you posting, you know, some white dude? I'm like, because he's hot. What do you mean? They're like, nah, you don't need that. Like, you need a black man. I'm like, nah, like, I want whoever I want. So when I see people do that, I'm like, yo, like, I get it, but just chill out. I think the reason why I went and asked Rich specifically because it wasn't taught to me, but you know, it's kind of like you get that feeling that like when black women just don't want, well, not all black women, but some black women, they'll tell their sons, don't bring no white girl up in my house. So for me, it was just like, all right, let me ask my friend who's constantly doing this, not saying his mom got any problem. His mom is real cool, but like you do this, like you kind of slap in the face to, you know, the old ones. So how, like, why you do it? How do you do it? Like, what's the reason? And he gave me the reason, and I was just like, all right, bet. And it was a good conversation. Then he asked me, why don't I date? And I said, the opportunity hasn't presented itself. Until then, I'll never know.
Yeah, but it's like if you were to date a white dude, I don't think anyone would give you shit. Oh.
Not really shit. It would just be like, this is new. Like there's still
probably because they like know you and know what you're into. And if you probably like brought that, I'd probably be like way left.
But see, that's my thing. I've always told people I don't have a preference. It's always about it's always about opportunity presents itself. I've had certain white people like me. Like I've had white dudes like me in freshman year. But again, because of the world's many flaws, he didn't know how to, he said this to my friend, he didn't know how to approach me because he never dated a black girl before. And he didn't want to do it in a way where I would take it offensively. I
get that.
And I was like, damn.
Because they be bold.
Yes.
And like, it could be so bold where you might have to slap him.
Yeah.
And homeboy don't want to get slapped.
No, he don't want to get slapped.
Me? So I understand that. I feel you. Okay.
But this was a loaded question, but this was a very good question because I feel like a lot of people have pre-assumptions when it comes to this. And really, like, it's just all about a conversation. You can always learn so much from a conversation.
Well, I definitely also feel like there's many perspectives that we weren't sharing. Like, because I understand your side and your perspective so well, I'm able to just agree with it naturally and just add my 2 cents to it. But there's so many different sides of the coin. And there's so many different answers that people would give to the story. Like I said last week, way back in the day, not saying it's like this now, but way back in the day, people treated it like a status symbol. Whereas like, oh, they thought that, you know, people treated them like they were a Benz, not to objectify, but that's exactly what it was back in the day. Not saying the mindset is, I don't know. Hopefully, I pray to God for my generation, the mindset has changed, but way back in the day, that's really how they were thinking. And I was just like, all that matters is that we just don't compare. That's my biggest thing. And if the 3 of us were here all together having this conversation, I would have prefaced it by saying, yo, let's try to have this conversation without making any type of comparisons. Because the minute you start comparing, that's when everything goes downhill. And like, that's like when we posted a snippet of last week's conversation, somebody in the comments went away, said, yo, there's not really much to have a conversation about. Let me just load it up and see what he said directly. Because,
I actually met him last week.
Oh, it's cool people?
He's cool people.
All right, that's what's up. So the conversation was, Let me see what the comment was. Oh yeah, so his comment was, y'all don't have to wait for Imani to know that the issue does not lie in black men dating white women. The issue is with black men who bash or ostracize black women while dating white women. And that is what you mentioned. You mentioned that earlier. Yeah. And like I said, that does happen. But to generalize it, to say every person does that, when it's not really true, and then to still criticize them for their preference. I just said earlier that it was unfair, but that's one perspective that a lot of people share, because when you're having that conversation, you can just ask some people, okay, why is that your preference? And a lot of people can't have that conversation without making a comparison. And when they do that, then yeah, you're ostracizing black women or just people in general, whatever you decide to compare it to. And I understand, you know, why you'll bash those type of people then. You feel me? And also how people fucking portray it in media when you see like the Martin example, how people saw how Pam was being treated versus Gina. Yeah. You feel me? And just like the difference between how dark-skinned women are treated versus how light-skinned women are treated, and just the whole colorism issue. You know, it all shades back, but the comparison always just comes back to like black women, and that's why everything just gets so fucked up. So there's many different layers to peel back. There's many different layers to peel back, and it goes really deep. And because I understand your perspective as well as I do, we didn't really need to go as deep because we have common ground and an understanding. But definitely if you were to throw some people into the room who weren't so like-minded and maybe shared completely different perspectives, the conversation would be really different. And I would be interested in hearing that conversation. But hopefully y'all listening to this, y'all can go ahead and have conversations amongst yourself, and hopefully we get to a place of understanding where everyone respects each other, and y'all can go ahead and live your lives without people bothering you. Cause shit, it's annoying for people to bother you about who you fall for or who you like decide to love or your preference. Like, I feel like everyone has the right to love whoever they want. You feel me? You shouldn't get judged for that people. Shit. Yeah, especially like, outside.
Like, they already got, especially if they're dealing with like family members or close friends that are probably adjusting to the matter, like your unnecessary comments are irrelevant in this matter. They already got enough on their plate to, you know, figure out on their own end, and they got to worry about some, I don't even know what, some bitter ass person in a corner speaking on something they have no business speaking about.
Facts. Love who you want to love. That's my advice to the people. That's my advice to the people. Love who you want to love. And then to go on afterwards, let's see some things that have happened.
I actually have a question.
Yeah, talk to me.
So, y'all know I like my ratchet shit. I was rewatching Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
While I was trying to do some homework, and the situation between so Tara, Amina, and Peter Gunz. For those who do not watch Love and Hip Hop, I have no idea who those people are. So we have Peter Gunz, who's this producer, manager,
Corey Gunn's father. I know
yes,
that.
Yes. So he already has lots of children, mind you, but he essentially was with this woman, Tara, for like 13, 14 years. Ended up having 2 boys. And then out the woodwork come this artist that he's supposedly managing. And then later down the line, Tara finds out that, you know, they're actually married, and then it turns into back and forth. And towards the end of their snippet on this show, the Tara was telling Amina, the wife, that, you know, I'm pregnant. You know, you have him now, and that's cool and all, but he's still in my bed. We still fucking, and I'm pregnant. And Amina was also pregnant, but because she was so upset at the situation, she wiped her hands clean from Peter and whatever the case may be. But we all know when it comes to certain exes, you kind of just, you know, you don't know how to let go. So come reunion time, Tara's 9 months pregnant, about to pop in a couple weeks. And Amina feels like the reunion show is the best way to tell everybody that she's also pregnant with Peter's child. So my whole reason of just, disclosing this snippet is, do you think people can fall in love with one than more person, or you think it's bullshit?
Can you love more than one person?
Yes.
Yeah,
at the same time.
Isn't that the whole point of like polygamy? The idea of having more than one romantic partner, because technically in that sense you can love them all.
Yes, but do you love them, or do they apply to different needs that you have?
I feel like you could love somebody for different reasons, so both can be true.
Okay.
It's like the question, why do you love me? I give you a reason. So if you satisfy that reason, it's qualifying enough for me to love you.
I don't know. I just sometimes I don't know how people do it, because it's already a headache and a process to deal with one person, but to deal with multiple people, and then especially in this situation where he already has 10 kids and he just added a good 3 within a span of a year. How the hell do you do that? It's that part that don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, I feel like, let me just first start off by saying this. My whole little explanation earlier is not really how I think personally. That's just, logically, if somebody explained it to me that way, it would make sense. I think personally, I don't think you can like love more than one person, because there's always going to be somebody you love more. You can't give equal amounts of love to everyone. You feel me? I just don't think that's a realistic thing. So I already know I would never be in Peter Guns' situation. I would never be in that type of multiple women at the same time. Do you know how crazy that is, yo?
And you getting them pregnant.
That means he was dumping and multiple at the same time. And are they all getting checked? These are questions we need answers to.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know why I watch the show, but sometimes like just seeing people allow their lives to just get this way on national TV on top of it. Like, I hope the bag is worth it.
Does that ever make you like rethink about how shows like Flavor of Love were going on back in the day? Like, you got to think about it. It was each season maybe a crew of 8 to 10 women, all trying to win Flavor Flav's love. And he was already like old as hell. He was already like, you thought it was all bullshit?
I think most of the girls, they were bullshit, because unfortunately, yes, he may be rich, but it's Flavor Flav.
You don't think they were actually trying to be with him though? Even though it was an opportunity to get on. It was an opportunity to get on. But you don't think some of them was actually trying to fuck with Flavor Flav?
No. You could tell who was with him, because like,
New York was in there.
Yeah, New York was in there for a time. That girl was just toxic as hell for no reason.
And thank God we got a great reality star out of Tiffany for that. But like, nah.
I don't know. I feel like with those shows, like sometimes I'd be high too, and I sit there and watch shows and be like, wow, like imagining myself in the fucking room as these people are just like losing all their shit. I'm just like, you guys are like in your 30s, 40s, just not giving a fuck for fucking MTV and VH1. Crazy.
Hey, everyone's hustle was different back in the day. It was an opportunity to get on.
I think back in the day it was also more realistic than it is now.
Reality TV?
Yes.
I feel like none of this shit's realistic.
No.
I mean, I don't watch reality shows, but anytime I see like a clip go viral, I'm just like, oh, like this is so messy. Like, you got to think about it, because imagine me in the middle blowing up. There's a nigga with a camera and a bright ass light right next to me.
True.
How am I? At some point, we're gonna get dramatic, and at some point, some of this shit isn't gonna be as realistic as it needs to be. And when I see that shit, I'm just like, nigga, it's an act, fam. It's an act. But when I see, I don't know, I don't want to go spend too much time into fucking reality TV. But with situations like that, I feel like Peter Guns, Nick Cannon, people who are out there just,
no, that man needs some help. I'm sorry. Him out of all people needs some help, because he's like, I don't know if he feels like what he's doing is beneficial to the world, or like very like it's something he should deserve an award for, because he'll blatantly go out and be like, oh, people are trying to tell me I gotta stop having kids. I'm not stop having kids. I'm looking at him like, nigga, you literally have mad children.
But what if he has a plan to take care of all of them?
Oh God.
Nick Cannon's been out here for a minute.
He has,
over
but
like 20 years.
He almost
if he
lost
can afford it.
He almost lost it.
Over that shit, and then he bounced back like Nick Cannon does.
I'm just saying, somebody with the amount of children that he has should not be playing with his life and his money like that. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I hear you. When I see shit like that going on, I'm like, yeah, it's wild. But then when I think of celebrities and their fucking economic status, I'm like, yo, if they might actually have a plan to take care of all these children. I'm worried when it's someone like struggling having all those children, because I'm like, yo, like, can you give them the amount of care that they require? But hey, if these kids can take care of them, live your life. You feel me?
So if you got the money, you having multiple kids? Because I've heard
No.
okay. Because I've heard mad niggas trying to tell me that, like, oh yeah, like if I had money, I'd be having mad kids right now. I'd be looking at them like, for what? Like, you want kids? Like, okay, let me not sound like fucking the devil. Kids are great.
Yeah, like
they're
I want a
beautiful.
couple kids, but I'm not gonna like fucking
cute.
Shoot up the club.
But why are you talking about if you have? That's the first idea you have in your mind. If you get some money, you gotta go having some kids. No. And not to say kids ruin your life, but you know, your life does change when kids are involved.
I mean, there could be, when you have a lot of money, you can set your kids up in the future and kind of have them going in the route that LeBron's kids are going in, or like Diddy's kids and shit like that. So if you have a certain amount of wealth and you decide to have a bunch of kids, theoretically you can make sure they're all set in their future and they can all grow up and be successful. And in theory, it's like a return of investment. You know, you invested in these kids and look how they turned them, and now you're seeing the return.
See, I don't
That's just what
like
I would
that.
think if I was wealthy, and I wouldn't say I would do it. I would never. That's not my way of thinking. I wouldn't do that. But people that are that wealthy, I could see that's how they think. Like fucking the Jacksons' parents, the Jackson 5, their parents. Once they saw all of them singing that one night, saw that could be a thing, they were like, oh, what?
Time to get to work.
Michael, get to work, boy. You feel me? And that's what it was. And now you see what they all turn into. That's how I see it. The Smiths are another example. What? After Whip My Hair and The Pursuit of Happiness, it was a wrap.
Bro,
you feel me?
But you know it's good. But seeing the process and how they went about it. Like, low key, Shorty had to cut her hair for him to understand, like, yo, I don't want to do this. Like, this was fun and all, but, like, I'm not doing this. And it's that part that's kind of crazy. Like, you can have all the money they want in the world, but kids still want to be kids at the end of the day.
And it's great that, you know, they had the parents to give them that freedom to go ahead and do that. You feel me? Other parents, it's like, yo, if I put you on the route, you're not steering off course. What the fuck? This is the route that you're following. And good thing they had that family gave them the freedom to move about how they please. Yeah,
that family's just, they do whatever works for them. I had to do a river dance because I feel like they're just that type of family. Just kind of go with the flow.
So something that happened over the week that I kind of wanted to discuss for a little bit.
Okay.
You weren't here last week when we talked about Meek Mill's album, Expensive Pain. Let me start by saying, what did you think about it before I go into the stuff?
I actually liked it a lot. There were some pieces in there, like the one with Kehlani, I didn't expect from him. I actually really liked that one.
That was my favorite.
Overall, good piece. He did a good job. It was, well worth the wait. But whatchamacallit will always be fire for me. Champions.
Yeah, that's my shit too.
So, but he did a good job. I loved it.
The reason why I brought it up is because I was going through Twitter the other day and there was this protest that was happening outside and there was mad angry people. And when I found out what they were protesting over, it was a city bus. So it was a city bus and the cover art for Expensive Pain was plastered all over it. And there were a bunch of people like protesting it outside. And It was this white dude. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the video and I'll play it for everybody on the show. Give me a second. But if everyone doesn't know, for anyone who doesn't know what the cover art to Expensive Pain looked like, just go ahead and look it up real quick. It's Meek Mill's latest album. It's a piece done by this artist who goes by the name of Nina Chanel. She does a lot of dope artwork, and in this cover art, there's some naked women on it.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that until now. Go off.
They got some naked women on it, and like I said, that cover art was plastered all over a city bus. I think it was like in Philly, and there was an outrage about it. And when I saw the outrage, I saw it and I was like, yo, I get it. I understand. Mm-hmm. It's art, first of all, but like, I understand the outrage because you're putting this in public areas.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, kids might be on the sidewalk. They don't gotta see like ass and like tits and like cartoon like vagina on a fucking city bus on their walk. Like, I definitely get the outrage. But I just wanted to see like what the opinion is about like art, and because I don't know, I feel like art is a subjective. It's subjective, you know. But does that mean you should be just plastering it in public like that?
I mean, well, first things first. Do we feel like he did that, or do we feel like that was the label's decision?
I mean, Meek Mill would have to approve that. His label probably like approved it as well, but at the end of the day, Meek Mill would have to approve that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I guess. All I know is art is very it's expressive and it's definitive by the person's point of view. So do I feel like there should be a censor on art when it comes to things like this? I mean, if they're not gonna see it on the bus, they were gonna figure it out one way or another, whether on Twitter, Instagram, like that shit was gonna find their way one way or another. Mm-hmm. I do understand the protest, but also if you're gonna protest this, there's so many other things that these people that have all this energy can put towards something else that, you know, are a little bit more extreme than what he got here. Yes, you know, there's tits and what is that, an ass, and a woman's bending over, you know, and that's cool and all, but it's just, you know, people gotta chill out. Like, there's so many more things to get more excited over, in my opinion, but I could be wrong.
I found the video, so let me just go ahead and play it for the people so they can hear the outrage at this protest.
Look at this fucking bus! Oh. Look at this bus that goes by in my neighborhood. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus. This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street.
Okay.
Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of a bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this how you want to be respected in life?
Okay.
This is how you want to look? This is how you want to be portrayed?
Wait a second.
Stand up to this bullshit.
All right.
I'm from Philly. I actually should support Meek Mill. This is fucking disgusting.
He said I'm from Philly. I
Look at
actually
this
support
lady.
Meek Mill.
Look at this. This is on the side of a bus where little girls can pull up and see this shit. That's her fucking pussy. Let's not mistake what this pink dot is. This is disgusting. This is satanic bullshit. I'm so
He's
sick
so
of
angry,
I'm
and
so
it's that
sick
part
of
that's
Look
just
at
like
this shit that you're getting on. This is for everyone to see. Little
he's
girls
he's like getting other people riled up, like, sir.
Crap. This is disgusting.
Oh god. Okay.
This is disgusting.
There's so many other things that are more
sick
disgusting
of them
than
just
that.
rubbing Satanism right in your face. Oh, it's for art. This is art. Is this art?
Okay, my bad. I'll stop.
No, you're good.
Because it just keeps going.
You're good. First and foremost,
Yeah.
love the energy. He has so much energy. I don't know what got him so riled up that morning, but wow. Also, I would like to make a point. Imani did not know that thing was like, I thought it was like one of those
over a bus.
Yeah, yes, but I thought it was like you know when like the MBTA comes by, the T comes by, and it has that little
just a small little poster.
Yeah, so I thought that's what it was.
Covered in that shit.
I did not know the whole bus was covered in that shit. So I get that much, but still, he's taking it a bit, extra. He's personally affected by this, and I don't know why he's so personally affected.
There's no mistake of pussy.
I don't really know. I have no words for this man because his energy is what's baffling me this whole point.
Is that understanding though?
Yes and no, because why is he so personally involved? Like, he's talking about black women, this how, like, okay, yes, but there's so many different ways where we're represented in that way. So it's like, you getting mad.
How do you feel about, like, the fact that the portrayal of that whole thing just so happened to be dark-skinned women? How do you feel about that?
I feel like it ties in with it kind of ties in with our previous like topic, like society for whatever reason makes black women, it over sexualizes us all the fucking time, and I don't understand why himself was like, yeah, let's put some women. Like, I understand the concept of it, but he didn't have to have them naked. It's that part that doesn't make sense to me. And also I feel like when it comes to the music industry, especially the hip-hop industry, black women for whatever reason are treated as trophies or this end goal or whatever the case may be. And I feel like the fact that he chose dark-skinned women, more than half of the time dark-skinned women are not undervalued but kind of pushed over in the hip-hop industry. Like, that term light skins is the right skin or whatever the case may be. Like, it's just a representation of how the world depicts black women, especially dark-skinned women, and how hip-hop industry especially depicts black women. It's sad that our own people are doing this, but at the same time, it's not anything new. So I think for me, that's why I'm kind of like, I mean, I understand where he's coming from.
You can understand this guy's outrage.
I understand where he's coming from, but like, he's just personally affected. And if it's like, if I'm not personally affected by it, you don't need to be that so like personally affected by it. Like, it's all right. I don't understand.
Black checkerboard, what is that? It's a Masonic flooring. Duh.
Like, does he have a daughter or something? Did his daughter come up to him and say, Daddy, what is that pink dot? Like, I'm very confused. What occurred?
Wake up! It's all related. The vaccine.
And he threw Satan into it. What does Satan have to do with anything?
You're all the same spider controlling you. Stop complying. Take your freaking mask off. Read about germ theory.
What's wrong with? I'm telling you, he had a bad morning, and that just set him all the way off. Because there's no absolute reason as to why this man felt so personally affected.
That was funny. I just felt like sharing that. Because, like, I'm watching the entire thing, and I'm watching this white dude go off, and I'm like, in the same, like, I understand. I wouldn't want my kids to, like, see that shit in the public, too.
He's personally affected. Personally.
Like,
keyword personally.
He felt like the fact that he had to see it, he's like, yo, nah, this is crazy.
He's trying to rally everybody together with him.
I need everybody on Facebook Live to hear this. Everybody.
That's sickening.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's a bit extreme, though. I thought, me personally, it was just like a little rectangular, size of the album cover. Nah. But all over the bus, like, okay, you did a lot. That was a lot.
This entire window was cartoon titty.
Oh,
because that's on the album. You feel me? Like, just saying, like, that's the scale of it. Like, that's how big it was. So, like, I get it. I get it. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me go ahead and just not really go into new music, but just kind of talk about some music just because there's some news going out. So we have news that I already said last week that Summer Walker is coming out with her next album on November 5th, which I'm really excited about. Really excited. What? Like, you already know how I'm about to be when that drops. For added news, the first single for the album is dropping this Friday, and it features JT of the City Girls. The track is called X for a Reason.
Oh.
And this is the first single for Summer Walker's next album. And I'm excited.
Hey, Summer.
She's back. She's dropping music. She got JT. I already know what the vibe is with JT. She gonna give me some fire. And this lets me know what type of energy Summer is gonna be looking to give on this album. I can't wait. She previews that there's going to be 20 songs total.
Okay.
Sierra's on it.
Oh.
We already know she collaborated with SZA some point in the past, so the SZA and Summer record, I cannot wait to hear that. And like that album's gonna come out the week I get back from Rolling Loud, so it's just gonna be a great 2 weeks. So I'm gonna have like some great energy when that shit comes out. So that's just what I wanted to share with the people. Look out for Summer Walker's next single dropping this Friday featuring JT. Shaz, definitely gonna be a vibe. Trust me. For some music that dropped, and I told you all about it, and I said I'm gonna be right back here to talk about it. All right, so Don Toliver dropped his album this past Friday. The album is called Life of a Don. Don Toliver is an artist from Houston, Texas. He's signed to Cactus Jack Records. Cactus Jack Records is Travis Scott's label. So when you're listening to Don Toliver, if you hear the Travis influence, if you can hear the Texas influence, that is the reason why. So Life of a Don comes at us with 16 tracks. Features include Travis Scott, Caliushis, which is who Don is dating at the moment. So, you know, that's cool to see what they come out with in the future. Okay. Baby Keem's on this project too. Sofago's on this project. And I'm here to tell y'all,
Devin's in his bag right now. This is his vibe, okay?
Yo, this shit was so good. This tape was so good. It's so great. Listen to it. I can give a really long explanation, but I want to give Imani time to talk as well. So I'm gonna start off with Imani, and I'm gonna check in with her and see how she feels about it, what type of vibe that she was in. Before I tell you what type of vibe I was in.
Okay,
Heads went into the wall. But go ahead. How'd you feel about this tape?
I liked the tape, actually. I liked it a lot. Won't lie to you, when I first listened to Escape, I was like, wait, what is this? Because if I'm being honest, I'm not a huge Don Toliver fan. I don't keep up with him like that.
Okay.
So when he was playing in the car, I was like, oh shit.
He's been coming out with hits though.
Go off. No, he has.
He's been coming out with hits though.
But overall, the album's a really good album. What You Need, Flocky Flocky, Swinging on Westheimer, Drugs and Hella Melodies, and Outer Space? Yeah, I think Outer Space was the one. Oh, wait, no. 5 Times 2. All those songs. Love them very much. Yeah, I liked them a lot. I really did. It was a good little drive home from work. So that was good to experience that album. I don't really have much to say on him because I'm not really, a thingy with him. But he did a really good job with the album. I like those songs specifically. I loved Swinging on Westheimer and Drugs and Hella Melodies. Those two hit crazy. Also, What You Need was really good. But I'll leave it up to Devin because I know this is his man's and he's about to go off. So,
No, I was just playing some background music. It's the perfect type of background music, especially when you have some company with you, you feel me? So all my fellas out there, if you got a nice little John with you and you want to go ahead and entertain her without creeping her out too much, go ahead and let this play in the background. And I'm pretty sure this will lead to some nice and pleasant vibes,
a glass
along
of wine,
with some pleasant strokes and some, nice and exhilarating frequencies in the air. Hopefully you release the right amount of aromas so y'all can just attract to each other and make beautiful energy.
Frequencies.
Facts.
Facts.
Nah. This tape's fire. So I feel like this tape came out at the right time. We're heading into the fall, starting to get cold out. We don't really need the summer bangers. Exactly. It's cuddle season. It's sweater weather. Everyone knows what type of time it is. And when I heard Don Toliver for the first time, I can tell you the exact date, on August 3rd, 2018, I believe. I believe it was 2018. Let me go ahead and double check that right now. But yeah, whatever date that Astroworld dropped, that was the first time that I ever heard Don Toliver. It was on oh yes, I was right, August 3rd, 2018. It was on song 13, Can't Say.
Oh, that went crazy.
Yeah, that was the first time I was ever put on to Don Toliver, and it was just an uphill rise from there on. Ever since then, he went ahead and dropped dope ass features. Lemonade, I couldn't stop playing Lemonade. Off the juice, coding got me shipping. Well, I couldn't stop singing that shit for a good 2 months, and then he came back with His and Hers with Uzi and Gunna. That shit goes crazy. He had a dope feature on Nas's album. He's just been everywhere. I feel like he recently got a hit going on with Justin Bieber right now. I feel like Don Toliver has just been moving around the industry, working with so many people. And the thing is, I feel like he's not even looking for that much of a spotlight. He doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't really throw himself out there. He just puts music out. And I fuck with that. I appreciate that from an artist. He's like, yo, y'all don't really need to know much about me. Enjoy the music and then go on out. And the vibe is dope. I love what he does with the auto-tune. Yeah, he's talented. He's a talented ass kid. And it's kind of dope just to see him come up under Travis, because we're now at the point where all the top dogs who've been leading shit in music now go on to have like proteges where like you got Don Toliver with Travis, you have Baby Keem with Kendrick, Party with Drake. Fucking, you have Nav and Belly with The Weeknd. Even Travis was from Kanye, and Kanye was from Jay-Z, and just like, you know, it just keeps going. And you got Drake coming from Wayne, and just all that. So it's just dope when artists get to the point where now you're just seeing them develop the next generation. And now seeing Don Toliver just being at that point in his career, it's just really, it's a dope thing to see, and it's a dope thing to witness. And I'm happy that he has Travis, because yo, they make heat together. Both of the songs on this tape where Travis is featured on, he's featured on Flocky Flocky, and another song towards the end of the album entitled You. Both of those songs, in my opinion, are great. It's just both stellar production. Everyone knows how big of a Travis fan I am, so it's just natural that I'm a Don Toliver fan as well. But yeah, this is definitely a smooth vibe. I definitely recommend that to anyone who just likes to vibe out, listen to nice, chill music. Yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time. What's your favorite song on that? I don't know if I told you.
So I just listed a couple of them that I liked, but my favorite, let's see. My favorite song off of that album was the Drugs and Hella Melodies and Swinging On, Wes Simon.
Yeah, Drugs and Hella Melodies
goes crazy. Goes crazy.
That's on my playlist. Facts. That shit's fire. There's this little three. There's this three-peat that he got on the album. It goes from 2 a.m. to Get Throw to Company Part 2. Those three songs back to back to back. It was heat. That
2 a.m. hit
heat.
me.
2 a.m. is hit.
That shit hit me. I said, oh, I gotta run that back again.
Yeah, Don Toliver. I fuck with this dude a lot. 2 a.m. to Get Throw to Company Part 2. Yeah, when I look at albums, I look at sequencing, and the great albums always have a three song. I like to call it a three-peat, where all three songs in succession are just all fire. So that's the three-peat on this album, 2 a.m. to Company Part 2. Crazy ass vibe. I was looking at all three of them, and I had no idea which one to choose as my vibe of the week. I still have no idea. When we get to that point of the episode, I'm gonna be stressed in the seat, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick one when we get there. So yeah, definitely a dope album. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just dope. Has anything else come out? I feel like, Mad Music came out, but Don Toliver was the only thing that I paid attention to keep it a buck with you. Joyner Lucas came out with a single.
Yes.
Look at Massachusetts. Yo,
Stepping
Massachusetts,
up,
we out
man.
here. We out here. Joyner Lucas came out with a single this time with Ty Dolla $ign. The song is called Late to the Party. Honestly, I did not expect Joyner Lucas to come back out with a single so quickly. Like the one with J. Cole just came out. I thought it would have, given that time to breathe. But the song with Ty Dolla $ign, that's smooth. I think Joyner Lucas is on the way to coming out with an album, and the features that he's been dropping lately, there's this one, the Ty Dolla one, the J. Cole one. He had the one with Lil Baby, which was fire as well. I didn't listen to the one he did with Lil TJ, but just the 3 that I heard so far lets me know that Joyner might be trying to make a statement with this next album coming out. And hey, it'll be dope. That'll be a dope little look for him. It sucks that he had to throw Karen Silva under, for all that shit. Like I said, promotion. I've been looking at everything differently ever since. But and it's like crazy because to update that, I've been going back and doing some research, and I've been looking at Karen Silva's like her own ventures, and she got like a lot of YouTube work and. Like the comments have been bad for her recently. And I'm like, look what this one little thing did to her shit, fam.
Hey, but she knew that. She went into the social media world. You had to know one little fuck up and they're going to come raining down on you. She had to know that. I don't know how she was out here just wilding out left and right, but hey, that's what you get. I can't help you.
Nah, I feel you.
Sleepy Hollow dropped an album.
How was? Are you a Sleepy Hollow fan?
I'm not a fan, but I fuck with his music. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not like a huge fan. Like I won't go to his concert, but
because you don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
No, we have the same vibe. I get it. Because I heard how you said, I'm not going to a concert. You think that shit would pop off out here,
bro? You never know.
Out here?
And no, you never
it's
know.
Not like you're fucking in Brooklyn. You're fucking, if anything, you'd be in Lowell, Massachusetts. If anything. Providence, maybe.
Listen. No, I just don't do well. I'm just not the type of person that do well in those situations. I either have to watch everything unfold because I'm just like, wow, okay, this is happening. Let me absorb this. And then another part of me is like, you know what? Maybe it's not the right time to be nosy and just get your ass out of here. That's why I don't, want to partake in these situations.
Has it been a while since you've been in a hostile situation like that?
Before COVID? Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because, like, that type of shit, like the shit that we'd be scared of happening, I feel like that's become, like, a regular thing. Not like that shit like that happens. Like, no. We don't go to parties where there's just shootouts and all that shit.
Shootouts all the time. No.
But a possibility.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel like that shit's normal everywhere at this point.
Oh, God.
Like, what? It's like, and I'm not going to dispel, fucking the shit that I see happening out there. But it's just like, it's just a way where everyone moves so casually now where it could pop off anywhere.
Any moment.
It could pop off anywhere nowadays. And you'll never know. Because shit is just so casual nowadays.
Shit, that little fight you saw in the bathroom, that could have ended badly.
If they let it.
Hey.
No. If somebody popped one off in a bathroom.
Hey.
In the middle of Boston, I wouldn't have cared what anybody had to say about this dude. This dude would have been the biggest clown because I was like, that would have been the dumbest thing that you could have done.
Oh,
that would have been that could have been the dumbest thing you would have done if one rang off in there. But it is possible. It is possible. You test someone's ego enough, somebody might try to bust one off. Crazy. The
way these people getting their license nowadays, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. I'm going to Rolling Loud in like 2 weeks. And I'm going back to Queens. And the last time I've been in Queens, somebody tried to get the jump on us.
It was real spicy.
Yeah, it almost got spicy there.
You got it.
This time, let me not put that information.
You got it.
Yeah. This time we smooth. This time we smooth. The little section that I'm staying in, I think I'm alright. Hopefully,
that'd
you
be
know,
stupid.
if you see me out there, don't say what's up to me.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. You know, everything will be smooth. I'm kind of in the... because I'll be honest with the people.
Okay.
I'll be honest with the people. I have met some of y'all in like real life, and y'all were dope. It was dope meeting you. People are really nice because they'll recognize me from the show, and they'll like say hi or they'll say what's up. Like I remember one time I was out with somebody, and I think it was either a busser or someone in the restaurant recognized me from the show, and they came by and they said what's up, and I'm like, oh, I was in fucking Swampscott, and I was like, wow, never would have thought in Swampscott somebody would have pointed me out and shit like that. So that's dope. But the thing that I don't like is like, you know, when people don't know me and they try to approach with the energy that I give off as if you know me. You feel me? You know when someone tries to talk to you as if they know you, but they don't really know you? So they think they can like joke with you or like talk to you in a way because they've heard you joke or talk like that before, and it's just like, yeah, like I'm comfortable speaking that way around my people. I'm not giving everyone that energy, or I'm not receiving of all that energy. You feel me? I've kind of come into some of that like that, and like it'll just be like yeah, I'm talkative, but if you see me out, I'm probably not trying to talk. I'm a big ass introvert, so normally I'm to myself. When I'm here, we obviously have a podcast to do, so I'm much more vocal. But when I'm to myself, most of the time, I'm a very quiet person. But it's just, you know, some of those things. I doubt I'll run into anybody. I doubt I'll run into anybody over there because I'm going to try to be as incognito as possible with my mask on.
No.
With my mask on.
People are, you start to see people. I be seeing some people, I be like, oh, that's definitely you, but you got your whole mask on, so I won't say hi because I see you doing your own thing.
Oh no, that's not why I'm saying I have my mask on. I'm having my mask on because I don't know what you don't want nobody to know
that's you.
No, because COVID is a thing. Fuck people knowing that it's me wearing a mask because COVID is a thing. What the hell? I would be out at fucking at City Life, not MetLife, City Field, and I don't know what their COVID protocols are about to be. They said everyone has to be vaccinated or show proof of ID. I don't know if they're doing that at the door. I don't know. This is gonna be
very interesting.
Like my first big concert post COVID. So I'm just hoping everything goes smoothly and I come back here, you know, and everything is safe and shit like that.
I think it will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
Facts. I guess I'm gonna keep my mask on but still have fun. It's gonna be a lot of dope acts. I can't wait. It
should be a good time. I can't do that though, what you said.
What?
I feel like if somebody tried to approach me, and this is really bad because I promise I'm one of the nicest people you ever meet, but like if someone I don't know is speaking to me and like, you know, you just know with certain people you can't vibe with them. Like I appreciate your energy, but I just know I'm not gonna be able to vibe with you.
Exactly.
And like sometimes I just don't want to be like but if I don't say it, it's all here.
Yeah, it's because like I joke around a lot, but when people see the lengths of my jokes, normally I go that far with people that I actually know and people that I'm actually comfortable going that far with. You feel me? If somebody just goes that far with me off the rip and I don't really know you like that, I'm just like, because then what do I say? Because I could say how I would normally respond, but now I offended you.
Do it, yeah.
But now I offended you. What the hell? And I'm just like, nigga, why did you try to approach me with that energy if you like didn't know that I could go there and even farther? You feel me? It's just like shit like that. It's shit like that. Like you never know. You feel me? Even like me and you when we had like our little tiff earlier, it's just because like, oh, fucking, we don't know each other as well as like we think, so sometimes we might say one thing and somebody else might take it as one, where it's just like, yeah, no, you feel me? Like you guys got to know how to approach each other correctly for that conversation to go where it needs to go. You feel me?
It's a learning
it's like
process.
Shit like that. Exactly shit like that. Was there anything else that dropped or anything else that you wanted to talk about, Imani? It's just us. I haven't kicked it with you in a minute.
Anything just to talk about in general?
Yeah, how you been? I feel like I got mad shit to talk about, but I don't want to go that deep.
Okay.
Not right now. I don't think I want to go that deep right now.
Okay. Let's see. No, not really. School's been taking over my life. I kind of took a step back from the outside. I took a step back from the outside.
Are you a homebody now?
Oh, to a T. Like, I was telling my coworkers the other day, I was like, cool, seasonal depression might be a real thing for me because I really am that person. When I wake up in the morning, I expect some type of sunlight to be in my room. If it's pitch black or if it's just dim outside, I don't want to do a damn thing. I really don't. And
go ahead.
And sometimes when I'm being around people, I find it hard because they'll be so excited and they'll be like, and I'll just be like, why are you so excited? Like, we're just sitting down on our phones and you're mad hype out of nowhere. But then again, I have to take it back because I have my little moments of crackheadedness that comes out every now and then. So, yeah, man.
I mean, how has it been? Because this is your first time on your own, but like, how has it been really being on your own? Because you're away from the gang, you're away from family, you're all the way in the South Shore. I don't know if anybody who you went to school with before COVID are still there now, if you really talk to them now, but like, and this is your first time doing this, so how has it been truly, like, just being on your own?
Very much so eye-opening. So like, for example, certain things that I was hounded at, like in my grandmother's house for, I now understand why I was being hounded at for those things. I feel like it's great for me to live by myself, but also it's really bad because I'm starting to love my personal time so much that when I'm around people, sometimes I'm like, I just want to be home. Like, I want to be in my bed. I want to go read or something, or go rewatch some Ratchet shows. I don't know. So that's really the gist of everything. It's very learning curve. I'm looking at all my bad habits because I'll be in that house and, like, say if I let the whole day go by, I'm like, damn, like, you didn't do shit today. Maybe we should do something more productive. So,
so you've been holding yourself accountable?
Oh my God, yes. I'll be like, fuck, maybe this wasn't the right idea to do this. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. I think it's definitely more because, one, I'm at school. Two, I feel like most of the people on campus are under the age of 24, if not 21. So that's a different headspace.
Not being the youngest anymore, being
the oldest, and just seeing, like, wow, was I like this? No, I don't think so. I will never accept that.
Well, you weren't out here also when you were that young.
No.
Yeah, you was doing like other shit.
I was doing other shit, yeah. But yeah, no. I don't know, man. It's really a learning curve. Like, every day I'm like, wow, okay, this is adulting. Like, we're still in Massachusetts because some point in the future, I plan to step out of Massachusetts and really see myself outside of Boston, because I feel like it is necessary sometimes for people to step out of their comfort zone and see what it is that they're really about. I feel that way every time I take a vacation out of Massachusetts, so I just know one way or another it's gonna happen. But this is like the stepping stone to getting to that process. Just living by myself, learning how to pay rent, building good habits, learning how to, I know how to clean. I'm just one of those people where, again, with seasonal depression, you get so lost in the day that once everything kind of like, once you're at a La La Land, you're like, oh wow, the room is dirty. We need to clean her. This got out of hand just a bit.
No, I feel you. I hate that, especially when I have, like, for example, if I have a whole morning planned out to do something, and then the shit hits, and I'm like, wow, it's 6 p.m. now. I'm like, I was supposed to do so much, but I kind of just distracted myself by doing this other shit. And I realized eventually that I got to do it, but now it's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I just kind of lost out on time. That shit happens to me all the time, and like, especially with everything that I got going on now with work, school, the podcast. when I take the little time to myself to just breathe, I take a big ass breath. A big ass breath. And I'm like, damn, it's late as fuck now. And I didn't plan on chilling for this long. It just ended up being like that. Time goes by so quick now.
Oh my God.
So quick. Like getting back into the habits of school, I'm like, wow. Like I understand what Rich was saying the other day. Like it's hard making that transition. You went from, you know, not being in school, kind of being used to living your life a certain way, and then you switched up everything, and now I'm taking 4 courses in a lab, and it's like my professor's emailing me and we're talking about fucking group projects and exams.
Oh my God,
and I'm back in that mode, and I'm just like, damn, like fam, it's October, like shit.
Right, it's only been a few weeks. It's only been a few weeks. Like,
y'all
okay,
meeting with niggas in Zoom tomorrow for our group project. That same week when niggas emailed me about a group project, I'm like, hold the fuck up, we got a group project coming up. I did my research and I found out that group project is actually our final, but I'm like, damn, that's just not until like December, but we want to link now to talk about it. I get it, but back when I was doing shit on my own, you wasn't seeing me at least till November.
Okay.
At least till November. You feel me? But I just got to get back in the habit of doing all that shit. And, you know, hopefully now, the fact that, you know, I cut some things out of my life so I have less distractions. So hopefully I can do what's necessary to stay on top of my, you know, workload and shit like that. You feel me? What?
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm great.
Oh, he's great.
I'm beautiful. My energy is beautiful. All right. Nothing else to talk about?
No. What about you? You good? Other than that, you figuring shit out.
I'm not gonna talk about the topic that I have written down.
What is the topic you have figured out?
Depression caused by poverty. I'm not gonna talk about that. Nah, we good. No, we good. We are great. You feel me? I experienced it, right? Ow. Yo, I got into a dark place, and I thought back in the day when I wrote that topic, and I'm like, no, we ain't touching that topic yet. Go listen to Don Toliver's new album, fam. It's a fucking vibe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I would love to talk to you about that album. Great vibes all around. Hopefully by the time I get back, because I am going to take a little break from the show. Hopefully by the time I get back, it'll be on the heel of a Summer Walker release. So you know what that energy and the vibes are going to be like when I'm in the studio. Hopefully I get some news about a Kendrick release before the year 2021 is over, because we are quickly approaching November, and fuck, New Year's is about to be, it's about to be 2022. That's crazy. That's crazy. What the hell? Yo, I feel like we just came out with the merch. We dropped that shit in February. It's fucking about to be November. That's crazy, fam. But yeah, go ahead and just make sure you're tapped into our socials. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Urban Product. Make sure you stay subscribed to the website, www.theurbanproduct.com. If you just do those simple steps, you will never miss a thing from us. Everything will be there. We on TikTok, so go over there. You'll see Imani doing some dances. It'll be great. It's a nice little vibe. Connect with us over there too. You feel me? All right, let's get into our reality checks. We can start with Imani.
Oh, okay. My reality check is to tell everybody to understand your bad habits and work towards them. Work through them. Let's say that. Yeah, understand your bad habits and work through them. Me and Devin spoke about some today. Just, you know, being in the la la land or lazy zone, and just understanding that, you know, self-care is important, but you don't want it to overlook your responsibilities. Unfortunately, as we grow up and we become adults, our, you know, responsibility and everything that, you know, relies on us and depends on us becomes bigger and bigger. So I just remind everybody to understand your bad habits, work through them, and continue to just elevate and evolve and be better in, you know, your life, because we only get one, so we can't waste it doing nothing. Yeah, that's it.
And then for my reality check is to I feel like I've said this before, so I don't want to repeat myself, but it's kind of along the same lines of standing on what you believe in and like doubling down on that shit. I've said that on this podcast before, but it's really prevalent in my life at the moment. I'm currently going through things where I'm reevaluating situations in my life and people in my life, and in those evaluations, I'm kind of thinking about how I move in those situations where, like, for example, right, I would go through something with someone and I'm like, okay, Dev, how would you handle this situation? And then I come up with how I would handle it. And then I handle the situation, and then if shit isn't, you know, what it was supposed to be, I need to know that, like, shit didn't really go where it was supposed to be, but it's like, it's just how it is. It's not really much you can do about it. You feel me? Like, people are different. You're different, but that's okay. But don't switch up on where you stand just to please like other people, or don't switch up on where you stand to satisfy the needs of other people. Stand where you stand, have that person stand when they're stand, and just find some common ground and meet in the middle, and everything will be smooth. You feel me? As I grow up and as I age, I just start to understand that I am a certain way and I find comfort in that, and I don't really change or switch up for anyone's by any means. If you know me, this is how I am. How I speak is how I speak. How I think is how I think. And we can have great conversations with that or without it, and I'll be perfectly okay with that. But you just need to know how to find common ground and respect everyone at the same time for that to go. And so I just want to pass that down to you. Like, whatever you believe in, however you think, go ahead and just double down on that. But just know the proper ways to get your points across. And I believe that everything will be great after that. You feel me? That's pretty much my reality check. There was something that dropped and I forgot to talk about it. So while she looks for her vibe of the week, let me just go ahead and mention it. Yo, so Nardowick, right, dropped his remix to Who Wants Smoke, and it features Lil Durk, 21 Savage, and G Herbo.
That was actually fire.
Fam.
That was fire.
Yo,
I did listen to
that shit right there, that shit is heat. I'm not playing that as my vibe of the week, but everyone needs to go ahead and look at that shit, yo. All of them understood the assignment. Did I say that correctly? Yeah, everyone understood the assignment for that shit, yo. 21 knew what he had to do. Dirk knew what he had to do. G Herbo knew what he had to do. And they all came in and spazzed on that beat. I'm pretty sure if Rich was here, that would be his vibe of the week. I am probably 99% sure that would be his vibe of the week. Everybody go check out that song. That song goes crazy. Like, I never wanted to play GTA as much as until I heard that song. I'm like, wow. Because I'm not actually going to go kill people, but I am in the mood to go on GTA and get some bodies off. You feel me? So go ahead and listen to that track. That shit's crazy. But yeah, I think Imani found her vibe, so we can go back to her for her vibe of the week.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
No, that was towards the end. I wasn't ready for it.
What, GTA?
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to blow some steam off with GTA. I feel like everybody relates to that. Jake, do you play GTA at all? You ever like play it to blow off some steam? Nah. Oh, I definitely do. What? There's like this mode on GTA 5 called Director's Mode, where you can like go on there, set up a little scenario, and then put any stipulation that you want. If you want to put yourself as invincible, you can. If you want to give yourself like secret ability, like super abilities, you can. And I'll just go on there, put myself as invincible and unlimited ammo, fam, and I'll just be chilling on a good 20, 30 minutes, 5 stars. I got SWAT team and tanks behind me, and I'm just going off. And it's really relaxing. You feel me? That's what video games does for guys, I feel like. It's just something relaxing. I go on GTA. That shit's fire. But yeah, back to you. I don't know how that's weird. I feel like that's really normal. I feel that's not normal. Is that not normal? Am I weird for that? I'm kind of weird for that.
I don't play GTA.
Fuck it.
I don't play GTA.
Let it loose.
Sorry.
Hey, I'd rather do it in GTA than in real life. That's what these other kids doing. I'd rather do it in GTA than in real life, fam. Niggas are wildin'. Like I said, I'm going to be taking the next week off, so you will not get an episode from us next week. The following week, I will not be there, so you'll have Darnell and Imani, hopefully, will be able to hold it down in my absence. And then the week after that, which I just heard, and, you know, it's going to be a sad spot for me later, my man Jake told me he's going to be departing from the show.
Ow.
Yeah, I had to announce that on the show because, you know, there's a Jake Hive out there somewhere, so the fans are going to miss him as well. Will the production be as clean? I'll do my best. I'll do my best in his ass. But you know, the gang over here is gonna miss him as he takes his next step into his future. We wish him the most success and the best, and you know, he'll slide back when he, you know, if he decides to. He knows he's welcome back anytime. But yeah, we definitely wish him the best, and yeah, we're gonna keep going strong. It's been your boy DME.
It's been your girl Imani.
You've been listening to The Urban Product. Stay tuned. We got some amazing shit coming up for y'all. Be easy out there.
Don't put me in a box now. About myself, yeah, I'm on lockdown. Sometimes you gotta find what's wrong, yeah, what's right. It's been a long road here coming. Blue hunters, I'm thumbing. And I can split the whole damn thing with my woman. What's yours is mine. I'm sitting here with yours is mine. Don't leave the house, baby. You gotta swing my way, but don't believe the hype, baby. I'm always shady, so don't believe the hype, baby. I might lie sometimes, don't believe the hype, baby. Going till 5 in the morning, I caught you yawning, yeah. I guess I can't get no easy, I know you need me. I guess I'm gonna ride your wave, but do you a favor, yeah. I know I can't get no easy, I know you need me. About to these shots, I'm catching up. Up the Henny and tequila, no catching. The way she move her body, man, I swear I'm attached to her. Don't make me sing this here song, but I better made it out on my own. You call me later when you're all alone. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. We're going till 5 in the morning. I caught you yawning, yeah. I guess I can't get no easy, I know you need me.